Hello and welcome to this Minecraft showcase with me, Groover. Now today I have for you this Warden farm. I'm not going to say this is perfected yet, but it's got the basics. It's got the basics. Needs slightly better Trident Killer. At the moment I'm relying on the Wardens actually walking their way into the Trident Killer, which is very doable because they make quite a lot of noise. As you can see, the guy just behind me walks straight on in, no questions. And I haven't got any collection organised on this because frankly collection's the easy bit. You don't really have to worry about any mechanics in the collection, just make sure that things move to the right place. Anyway, let's talk about this farm that I have got set up here. As you can see, I found myself an ancient city and I found myself a well situated shrieker. And basically what I've done was I spent a bit of time working out where the Warden is going to spawn around that thing, and it's all of its parameters. So let's talk about that first. The Warden will spawn within 5 blocks in each direction of the Shrieker. Okay, I've done a fair bit of testing on this. I've not found it spawn anywhere else. So what you can see is you've got the middle line here, which the Shrieker is on. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the beautiful thing is it only needs 1 block, and the even further beautiful thing is it'll do it in water and bubble columns. So that is fantastic. So what I found was through actually summoning a Warden, that by summoning a Warden it kind of locks things up. Where are you at? Okay. So this Warden has spawned within the 5 blocks of the Shrieker. It's going to wander around here for a bit and then it's going to go back into the ground. But what it does is that whilst this is within 48 blocks of a Shrieker, any Shrieker I believe, it's just going to prevent anything happening. Let's have a look at this one. Is this going to spawn a second one? Absolutely not. So basically you've got to get these guys around about 50 blocks away. 48 is the correct number, 49 if you're very precise, but 50 I would say if you're going vertically, because it's going to be any part of the mob. So first thing is, would it be a good idea to drop them down and get the health down? Not really, because there isn't going to be much ground underneath there. There's only another, say, 40 blocks, 30 blocks down there maximum. So it's logical to actually go upwards with them. So let's have a look at this thing in action. I've got myself a sensor, is that what they're called? Yeah, a sensor. Everything around here is covered in barrier blocks so that we can actually see what's going on. Now I've got a little door here. If I drop in on that, it'll start producing... Actually no it won't, because there's a Warden over there. That's something you have to be careful of. Oh it will, there we go. It's probably gone away, that was that other noise. So it's never going to be able to attack you because it hasn't even got through its like generation animation until it's almost all the way out of the way. So this is going to just keep on producing these Wardens as fast as it can. I averaged it out around about 1 every 9 seconds at an optimum pace, and basically that is its animation. So it's got an animation for generation. Once the length of time that takes is the length of time before you can do another one. So as you can see, we've got a nice little collection of them going up. And this is as simple as it gets. Are they worth collecting? Oh, I should show you what this command block is. Basically, because I couldn't be bothered to do the collection system, I just set it up so that all of the items would be teleported directly to me without question. But I have to admit, I love this. Check it out. It's doing like the superhero takeoff. Off it goes to save the day. And then from up here, as you can see, I set up a Trident Killer on each corner. Not the best Trident Killers in the world, but nevertheless, just Trident Killers which are going to do the job for me. See, that one's turned off. See, this is why. You need a better Trident Killer than the one which I'm using. We've got a couple of flappy trapdoors over here to try and attract things over a little bit. Is that one off as well? Yeah, that one's off as well. So before this could actually go into proper production, it needs like an on-off switch to make sure that the Trident Killers are actually going to work. The wool is in some effort to stop the Wardens that end up over there thinking they can go over to that Trident Killer and so on and so forth. And that's kind of it really. Everything else is just to try and keep the Wardens in. As you can see, I'm getting the Skulk Catalysts sent to me. It's not a terribly long kill, but it isn't fast either, which is why you'd need a much better Trident Killer than this, much faster one. But for now, because the mechanics are still subject to change, I'm not going to spend any time really focusing on that. I just want to get the basic principles together. And the basic principles are, it is an 11 by 11 by 13 vertically. Okay, 5 above and I think it's 7 below. So yeah, that's correct. So the 7 below, I think it's any part of the Warden below. So I think it's 5 by 5, but it's kind of working on the basis any part of the Warden can be the starting point, if that makes sense. Anyway, like I said, all of this is subject to change. We'll see in the upcoming update. We believe it's coming very soon. So hopefully this won't change. We'll have ourselves a nice little Warden farm. Why you'd want a Warden farm? I don't know. But we've got one.